within the very first NEC meeting of the Nigerian Bar Association under my leadership, it will be an item on the agenda. A nation can endure unbelief. If you like, believe in God. If you don't like, don't believe in God. But no nation can endure injustice. Everybody wants justice for himself. Justice demands equality of all persons. If we are all members of the legal profession, I pay my bar practicing fee, you pay your bar practicing fee. I pay my branch dues, you pay your branch dues. We are in the same profession. We belong to the same association. Why should you enjoy some rights and I will be denied of such rights? Why can't they have representatives at the NEC, at the National Executive Committee of the NBA? Somebody some years ago cannot say two things before he will say, you cannot shave my head in my absence. If you are not there, you are not there. We will give them opportunity to have representatives on the neck of the NBA so that they can articulate their problems. There is a provision of the Constitution that says they cannot do this, they cannot do that because they are in employment. If, for example, I am a member of the Law Officers Association, if I'm a director in the ministry, and I want to contest for the president of the NBA, why should I be restrained from contesting? If in the course of discharging the responsibilities of that office, my employment, the demands of my employment contradicts the responsibility of that office, I have to choose one. You get my point? The desire for me to choose one should not make you to say, no, you are not likely to choose rightly, and so we will stop you from contesting. You know, equality is very important. And this is not going to be limited to Law Officers Association only. A unified association. In unity lies our strength. Today, NBA is more divided than ever before. Very divided. There are enemies even within. Some of these things I talked about. And I'll give you an example. In 2019, there was this issue of the removal of the former Chief Justice of Nigeria. No, not removal, the trial of the former Chief Justice of Nigeria. Why some people were arguing very vehemently that process should be followed, due process should be followed. Let there be a petition to National Judicial Council, let there be this, let there be that, and then subject to the decision of National Judicial Council, there can be an arraignment. A few people said, forget about due process. What due process are you talking about? And went on and went on and went on. Lawyers. The totality of the legal profession is founded on due process. Nothing more, nothing less. At the end of the day, what happened? It was the National Judicial Council that finally resolved that matter one way or the other. You get my point? So there is a unity of purpose. I am not saying as many as we are, we should always reason the same way. But we have to elevate the profession, the ideals, the values, and the virtues of the profession over and above individuals. The other thing that I'm going to do differently is to really sit down and get us to look at our justice system in a holistic manner, to really attest to the veracity or otherwise of this generalization that all judges in Nigeria are corrupt. We need to investigate it. We need to separate the wheat from the chaff. If you have 300 judges and 4 of them or 3 of them are alleged to be corrupt, why must you judge the standard of the 197 with the standard of 3? It is a misplacement of judgment. The way you dress is the way you are going to be addressed. The members of the legal profession must sit up and defend their profession. The judiciary is an anointed institution. The judges are representatives of God on the earth. So I am going to put together a justice summit. Judges, come and say what you know about what is going on. Lawyers, tell us your own position. The beneficiaries of legal services, the people, the NGOs, let's come and reason together. From the aggregate of opinions we are going to have in such a summit, ideas will be generated. These ideas will be captioned into a recommendation, which can be driven through the institution of National Judicial Council and then get some of our laws amended. We need a conscious X-ray of where we are so that we can determine where we are going. And the same thing is applicable to legal education. I've had a discussion with a lecturer of law, first in the university, and I took him to task. Are you aware that some of the people you are teaching law don't even want to practice it at all? Are you aware that the contents of our curriculum is not reflective of what is going on outside? Surprisingly to me, they said they were aware. What are you doing about it? Nothing. The second summit I will set up is the Legal Education Summit. Let us x-ray our legal education. Let's produce men and women that can gainfully employ themselves instead of roaming about the street for want of job to do many years after they were called to the bar. We need to do something. We need to go clinical. I've asked a former director, deputy director general of the Nigerian Law School to prepare a dossier for me on this. He talked about rapid assessment of the present situation, and he made some very serious suggestions, which I would not like to disclose at this point, to let you know that my ideas are not just imaginary ideas. They are workable ideas, and they are things that can give sense of belonging to the young lawyers. They are things that will instill hope in place of hopelessness, direction in place of drift, and reposition the association itself as a veritable catalyst of moving our nation forward.